Today, we are going to distill apricot kernels. Although apricot kernel hydrosol is used in traditional medicine, there is no scientific evidence that it can cure cancer. Let's begin by weighing the apricot kernels. Now, I'm placing the kernels into the grinder. I'll add a small amount of cold water to soften the kernels and make chopping easier. The kernels should be coarsely crushed, not finely ground. Run the grinder in short pulses to avoid local heating, which may degrade heat-sensitive compounds. For this distillation, I'm going to use my 2-liter boiling flask. Apricot kernels require excess water for efficient hydrodistillation. I'm using a 3-neck distillation head with a receiver adapter, but a 2-neck setup will also work. Using a funnel makes it much easier to transfer the crushed kernels into the flask. A glass rod helps push the material through the funnel without making a mess. I'll rinse the grinder with a small amount of water to transfer the remaining kernels into the flask. I'll repeat this process until the grinder is completely clean. Now it's time to add the required amount of water. Never fill the flask above 2/3 of its total volume. Leaving enough empty space allows safe boiling and reduces the risk of excessive foaming. The amount of water depends on how much hydrosol you want to collect. I want to collect about 250 milliliters of hydrosol, so I'm adding approximately 700 milliliters of water. After collecting 250 milliliters, around 400 to 450 milliliters of liquid will remain with the kernel paste. Next, I'm adding a few drops of cooking oil to reduce foaming. Now I'll add some boiling beads to prevent bumping. The distillation apparatus can now be assembled. Using 2 laboratory stands provides better support for the setup. If you only have one stand, it's better to clamp the condenser instead. The weight of the boiling flask helps keep the apparatus stable. Because the condenser is mounted at an angle, leaving it unsupported may cause it to slip out and pull the flask down with it. Now I'm connecting the cooling water pump and attaching the hoses to the condenser. Hold the apparatus while switching on the water pump, as it may create a slight imbalance. Once the cooling water flows continuously, the apparatus is ready for distillation. During the initial heating, gently shake the flask if the kernels settle at the bottom. Settled solids can trap heat and cause sudden bumping. Continue doing this only until smooth boiling begins. Apricot kernel milk produces a large amount of foam. Without an anti-foaming agent, the foam may enter the condenser. The mixture is now approaching its boiling point. Some apricot kernels contain bitter kernels that are rich in amygdalin. When bitter kernels are crushed and mixed with water, amygdalin undergoes enzymatic hydrolysis and can release hydrogen cyanide, or HCN. During hydrodistillation, dissolved HCN may co-distill with steam and can be present in both the vapor and the condensate. For this reason, this experiment should only be performed in a properly functioning fume hood or in a well-ventilated outdoor area. I'm staying close to the apparatus to monitor the boiling and remove the burner immediately if excessive foaming occurs. The boiling is now stable, but HCN may continue to co-distill with the steam throughout the distillation. Maintain good ventilation until the entire distillation is complete and allow the apparatus to cool before opening the flask. The initial condensate may contain a higher concentration of volatile compounds, including dissolved HCN. Collect this fraction separately and dispose of it according to your local hazardous waste regulations. Everything is running smoothly now. At this point, all that's left is to wait until I collect approximately 250 milliliters of Hydrosol. This was a demonstration of apricot kernel hydrodistillation. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.